Honourable Prime Minister, Mr. Anthony Albanese, to please come onto the stage and share his thinking with us. Though I was not very good in replicating your speech, but I believe you will forgive me for that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Jaswinder, and it is indeed a great honour for me to be here. I join with the Premier in acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we're meeting today and pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging. Waheguru Jika Khalsa, Waheguru Jika Fatah. I got the first one better than the second one, perhaps. Yeah. Thank you very much to the Premier of Victoria. Thank you for having us in your great state again. To my friends and colleagues, including Julian Hill and Cassandra Fernando, the other state members of Parliament who are here, distinguished guests, one and all, and particularly to Crystal and Len, thank you for giving us a bit of the history of the connection that has gone back for such a long period of time between the Sikh community and the Australian community here. It is indeed a great honour for me to be here with you today to share in the joy of the upcoming Vaisakhi festival, a time for paying respect to tradition and custom whilst also celebrating new beginnings. And I'm delighted that today also gives me the opportunity to give a big thank you and congratulations to everyone at Sikh Volunteers Australia on a decade of quite extraordinary service to the Australian community. It has been a decade where Australians have faced tough challenges. I must say, as Prime Minister, there are more days, it seems, than not when I'm getting briefings, including this morning, about floods in New South Wales, in the Greater Sydney area, in the Illawarra, but also some of the potential issues that Queensland will have over coming days as well. And here, of course, in Victoria, you have felt the impact of floods and bushfires. Some communities have been hit by both on multiple occasions. The isolation of the pandemic also was such a difficult time for the community. Throughout the most difficult of times, we always see the best of the Australian character. And I can think of no community in Australia which has done more to demonstrate that best of the Australian character than the Sikh community. You have been there at a time, at a time where Australians were going through enormous difficulty. The fact that you have reached out, I saw the photos that you showed before. I was there at Lismore in one of those flooding events, and I asked some of the volunteers where they were from the Sikh community, thinking that they might be from Woolgoolga or might be from Blacktown. No, they were from Victoria. They were from Victoria. They had driven well over 1,000 kilometres in order to provide that assistance to their fellow human beings. And it's one of the great honours of my life to get to know communities like this one, communities that show that demonstration of their values in such a practical way. The Sikh community that values every human being as being equal, that shows it in such a demonstrable way through food vans, by reaching out, as the van showed as well, in Frankston and in other communities I know around Australia, not just here in Victoria, but particularly at times of dire need. Just showing a word that I spoke about on the night that I was elected Prime Minister. I used a word that just popped out, didn't think it was a big deal, but people have spoken to me about it so many times since, and that word is kindness. Kindness. It's something that we need more of in this country. It's something that the Sikh Volunteers organisation has been showing for a decade as a structure, but of course before that, for generations, as we can see. This is, of course, a kindness born of your faith, but one that embraces people of every faith, of every background, of all walks of life. You don't just give your time and energy, you share your humanity as well. And as Prime Minister, I'm very honoured to be here with you today. That is the reason that we celebrate your contribution. It's one of the reasons why you're admired and loved, including with things that aren't asked for, but the recognition, of course, through Volunteers of the Year. It's one of the reasons as well why my government is very proud to have delivered funding towards the new commercial community kitchen at your Langwarrin headquarters, which I know will be opening soon. I look forward to the invite to come back here to that. This will provide more support, more meals to people in need and to lift the spirits of Australians going through hard times. So congratulations on a wonderful decade. Thank you for everything that you do and everything you contribute to the lives of your fellow Australians. I wish you many more years of selfless service and a wonderful Vaisakhi.
ਸਿੰਘ ਸਵੀਟਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਦੇਸੀ ਘਿਓ ਦੀ ਬਣੀ ਸ਼ੁੱਧ ਮਠਿਆਈ ਅਤੇ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਪਕਵਾਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਵੀਟਸ। ਇੱਕ ਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਡਾਈਨ ਇਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਖੁੱਲੀ ਪਾਰਕਿੰਗ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ। ਬਲਕ ਆਰਡਰ ਜਾਂ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਡਿਨਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਫੋਨ ਕਰੋ 0417 578 287। ਨੰਬਰ 5 ਕਨੈਕਟ ਰੋਡ ਟਰੁਗਨੀਨਾ ਪਾਲਮਰਸ ਰੋਡ ਅਤੇ ਡਹਰਟੀਜ਼ ਰੋਡ ਦੇ ਕਾਰਨਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਵੀਟਸ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ।